Phase 2. Let's do this. Phase 2 is a project working to create a development pathway from high school-aged kids to professional leagues of gravel racing.
This is a huge year. It's probably the hugest year I've ever had.
I think Alexi is someone I've always looked up to, and I never would have thought he would be like a mentor to me.
Goal is to help find a balance between racing and sponsor negotiations and help riders learn how to be the best version of themselves on and off the bike. We built out races that are not easy.
So much more than I thought it was going to be.
Hopefully it doesn't go over my tire.
Bike racing is about more than being strong. Learning how to succeed takes a mental game that few riders ever learn.
It's like everything out of me, everything I have.
This is gonna be sick.
I believe our sport needs winners, and I believe our sport, most of all, needs good people.
We are here in Emporia, Kansas. We made it.
So for Unbound 100, I think it was the first, well, Unbound in general was the first gravel race that I heard about.
Unbound really excites me for one of many reasons. When I first got into cycling, I watched I think it was EF's video when Lachlan and Alex House did it. That was like, I didn't know anything about cycling, and I watched that and I was like, this seems sick.
I think Unbound's become the biggest gravel race in the world because it's a lure. People come there thinking they know what it is, they know what defines Unbound, and they leave realizing they had no idea what it took. It took me a year of realization before I could even show up to have a good race.
I think I'm definitely speechless when I take a second to really take a step back and realize, like, dude, you're here, you made it. I think that's pretty awesome.
We've chosen for Neruda and Julia to do the 100, not the 200. And that specifically was something we kind of based this project around, was that I don't think the 200 is ideal for most people. It's really hard to recover from. Arguably takes 4 to 6 weeks. And I want them to race this year. I want them to grow as people and as athletes. I think both of them have no idea what's coming.
Oh, unfortunately right now I am sick. Going into the biggest race of my life with a sickness did bum me out a lot at first, but I feel like things like this do happen to me a lot. I don't want to say that I'm an unlucky person or anything, but I've kind of taken it into a more of a positive way, and I think that hopefully that mindset will just help me carry myself into the race on Saturday morning, and I'll figure it out. And if I do end up having a really long day out on course, that's just how Unbound was supposed to go this year.
Avery told me that Julia had been sick before Unbound, sinus infection, just bad luck. So that was a little bit of a letdown, but that's just how things go. Part of being a professional athlete or an athlete of any kind is not getting sick. She kind of fell on the sword for one of them, so hopefully she has got the sickness out of the way, and now she's going to be healthy the rest of the year.
So we made it in last night, about 6 p.m. Slept very well. Bed was amazing. Now we're at the ENVE Phase 2 Shakeout Ride. So ENVE's hosting a big ride for us. Super cool. I think we had like 60 people sign up. So I think that's amazing. It's a super chill ride. We're going to have fun. Going to go back to the ENVE booth, enjoy it, take photos, meet people. Just have fun. That's what we're here to do. Until the race, we're here to have fun.
The ENVE group ride was amazing. I think we had about 40, 50 people sign up. And then when we showed up, it was probably like 100 people. It was insane. That was the first time I think I've really been approached like by someone who I don't know. And it was interesting because I almost like didn't know what to say. It was really cool to see people interested.
Trying to hold the wheels and I just got shelled.
We were about to go get our packet. Our race plate, our t-shirt.
These packets are about to be picked up.
Unbound is a gravel race set in Emporia, Kansas that ranges from a 25-mile race up to a 350-mile race. It seems like it's a nothing town, but when you get there, the energy is intoxicating.
I'm from San Francisco, California, and I am here to ride the 350. This is my first time in Emporia. The roads are beautiful, and I'm a chef, so it's pretty for me, it's super cool to like see such massive ag and all the roads that pretty much created gravel, right? If it wasn't for ag and farming, you wouldn't have gravel racing or gravel roads. I don't know, I'm just anxious and ready to go.
Unbound's that place that I think for as long as I ride a bike, I'm always gonna get pulled back to because it's iconic. It's the place that everyone needs to be. And if you're not there, you're trying to find any snippet of social media information you can find on how the race is going.
Being here in Emporia, Kansas means the world to me. Being here with ENVE, being here with everyone, finally making it to a place where I only saw it on a YouTube video and saw pros racing it is definitely a shock to the system in a huge way. It's pretty amazing.
Okay, so you have nutrition dialed in? Have you ridden 100 miles before?
Yeah. I haven't this season yet.
Oh, you're good.
I'm at like 80.
Oh, you're fine.
It was so cool meeting Sarah Sturm. We went over to her house that she's staying at, and she gave us such great advice. I feel like talking to her helped calm my nerves, and obviously just being able to talk to someone who has such a positive outlook on the sport is so cool.
I'm so excited to see how you guys do. I feel like you're gonna crush. I'm excited for you. And the 100 is like an awesome amount of miles.
Me and Julia got to walk around the Expo today. We got to meet most of our sponsors. It was amazing. Meredith from Shimano, Jonna from Competitive, Roger from Kenda. Some great conversations. They're happy to support us, and we're happy to be having the support.
We are going to officially unveil the new Pearl Izumi kit, which is a really exciting moment because it will be the final piece for Julia and Neruda to be phase 2 athletes.
Neruda, Julia, this is a big moment. Pearl Izumi kit, name on it.
Yes, that's what I'm talking about. You see that?
This is actually
yes.
really cool.
When that alarm went off, I was ready to get that kit, man. Playing soccer for a long time, I always saw my idols I looked up to with their name on the back of their jersey, and to see my name and the people who helped me get here also on my back, it honestly brought a tear to my eye. It was just amazing. I was almost speechless. I didn't know what to say.
This morning was like Christmas. For the very first time, I've never worn a team kit, so just having matching top and bottoms is really cool. It's another reminder I'm a part of something.
I think people have to come to Emporia, to Unbound, to realize what this race actually is. Because what you see from the outside on paper is nothing like what you get in town. I think people have to come to Emporia to realize how these small hills are much larger than you think they are. They have to come and realize how rough and tough Kansas roads can be. And at the end of the day, honestly, you don't even know. Because it could be a flint stone sitting on the side of the asphalt road that slices your tire, or you could be going through the chunkiest part of the course and that's where you flat. I've still yet to have a clean race at Unbound, and I'm not really sure it's possible.
Hopefully it doesn't go over my tire.
It's sharp. It's a lot sharper than I thought it would be. Makes it fun. Keeps you on your toes. I do think it was eye-opening getting out on the course. I learned a lot. Going out this morning, I was nervous because I haven't rode since I've been to Emporia. The second we just got out there, while we were driving on the dirt roads, all I really wanted to do was race.
I was very happy to see parts of a course. Yes, they could only be for 30 seconds or a minute, but those are the parts I think are key points to look at. And I think it just gave me more confidence going into the race.
We are taping some plugs on their bikes, just so they're easier to get to. Usually you go with the rear because it's more prone to getting the flats. That's where most of the weight is. So we set these here so it's a lot easier to get to and it's faster to fix. Yep, they just pretty much rip them off, shove them in. Hopefully it works.
Clean bike is a fast bike. And I was told, if you take care of your bike will take care of you. I think Alexi is someone I've always looked up to. And I never would have thought he would be like a mentor to me. And then when he told me and Julie, like, all right, guys, I'm gonna be out for Unbound. It was almost, I wasn't like scared in a way, but I almost felt like someone in my corner wasn't there. I knew I had all these people here. I knew I still had a great team, but to me, he was like the captain or the coach or something. It was really sad for him not to be here, and I hope tomorrow goes well enough so I can tell him.
I think tomorrow, it's just another day for me to learn how my body feels. This definitely is the most pro race that I have done. So it's an exciting thing to think about. It doesn't really make me nervous, and I think just being able to feel like I had a solid day.
Breakfast of choice. Share some of the same pasta with a little bit of convenient, delicious Frigo cheese. That's all you need.
When I woke up at 5, I immediately went to the bathroom and started getting ready, and the window was cracked open in the bathroom and I could hear the helicopter for the 200. This is so crazy. It was so cool. I wrote up my key points on my tape for my stem, and I've never done that before. That was my first time doing that.
I only had like, I think 2 spoonfuls of pasta. Like I scooped it on my plate, and I think I only had like half of that. I was almost so nervous to even eat. Had all my clothes laid on the bed, nutrition was there, bottles were ready. And then right before 7, I walked out and spun around in front of the house.
Get the pre-race jitters out.
And then right after that, rolled over to the start with Julia.
Today is the day, the start to the 2024 Lifetime Unbound Gravel.
Mentally at the start, I felt like I was where I was supposed to be. I felt like I just did everything that I could to be there at that point, and it was the most calm that I've felt in the last like 2 months probably.
I still had like probably 45 minutes, and then that's when like I think more nerves set in, because I was like, I'm here but I still have so much time. So then I kept spinning around, which helped a lot with the nerves.
The goal of this project was that we built out races that are not easy, and we don't expect success right away. That's why it's a development project. That being said, I want them to go in with this element of I'm going to give everything I can all the way to the line no matter what. Things might get in your way, you might crash or get sick, have a mechanical. Those are things out of your control, but beyond that, giving everything you can to that end goal. I think they're in for a wake-up call.
So I would think I was 2nd or 3rd row, and right when the gun went off, I clipped in and was like 1st row. I was like, all right, I'm ready. And then for like 5 minutes, the police car, there was a neutral start, and I was like looking around like, when are we gonna start? I had no idea when can we go? It was really confusing because I felt I was ready to go, and then now I almost have to bring it, like relax a little bit, and then the police cars move, and then it's like, and I didn't know right when they moved, that's when everyone's like gonna go. And they did, and then it was just, start of the big day. Just try to focus on yourself, have a good start, try to be in the first corner first, but then like we hit the hill and then we hit gravel and everyone's just crazy. And I'm like, what is this?
Pace yourself.
Yeah, the chaos was not controlled. Every single corner after I think the first 2 or 3, I was just slowly moving back. And then at one point I was like almost dead last in the group. And out of every corner I was doing like almost 800 or 900 watts trying to catch the last person.
Everything hurts.
I feel like I was just killing my legs on every corner. And we looked back and just like waited for a group, and they didn't come for like 10 minutes. And I was like, this is gonna be a long day.
I feel like I had a really good position at the start, which I feel like I've never really had a good start position in a race so far. So it was really cool. We were going insanely fast, but it was really nice. But then the second we hit the gravel, it was, I think all of the nerves hit all at once.
So bad. I did not feel good. I definitely have a sinus infection, but we'll see.
About, I don't know how early it was after I got dropped. When I hit this descent, I just started crying, like tears right away. And And I didn't even know why. Like, it just felt weird. And I think that hit me. Like, once I stopped crying, I think I realized, like, this is a huge wake-up call for you. That aid station was like, I wanted to just lie down and not get up for a little bit. The feed zone in my head was gonna be fast, it was gonna be efficient, not as quickly as possible, but be there not super long. Grab bottles, grab food, almost reset, like you're halfway through the race. This aid station, I wanted to think about it as like a reset point. No matter how you're doing in the race, let's just take a minute, relax. It was hard to get back on the bike after that, for sure. Not like I was gonna quit or DNF, but it was hard for me to know, like, you're happy, you suffered for so long, now you gotta do that all over again.
He seemed a little bit tired. I think he went a little bit too hard at the beginning, but that's how you learn and do better next time. But no, the feed went really good, smooth. So bikes are running good.
I know you need to tap out. I think I thought I felt a lot better, like just because I wanted to race. Like mentally I felt better, but my body just was not happy with riding very much. I don't know why I'm gonna cry. I do think my day is gonna end here, unfortunately. Like, I know my mind just really wants to keep going, and like I want to be out on the course, but it's like not feeling very good. I was so optimistic, which is a good thing. That's gravel. Like, it's so much more than I thought it was going to be.
It's kind of hard to say where I decided that I fully wanted to pull the plug on the race. I know mentally I wanted to keep racing more than anything, but my body just could not. It just really had nothing. I'd be on a flat section and I'd be going 10 miles an hour by myself. But I had good moments too where I thought maybe I can keep going. But the second that I rolled up to the aid station, seeing everyone, I was like, it's probably a good call to not push myself more if I'm already feeling not the best halfway through. So I'm just glad that I got to experience that much.
Having my family there was like a huge win for me. Times when I didn't think I would see them before the aid station or after the aid station. And then when I saw them, I almost was like, that gave me more energy. That gave me a boost that I really needed. And when I saw them, I felt just like it helped. They cheered for me. They were there for me. That really helped a lot. I think having them in my corner for this race was huge.
Being in the car to drive to the next filming spot, I definitely was tearing up in the back a little bit because all I wanted to do was like keep racing. It also gives you like a different perspective, which was really cool because I wanted to support Neruda and see how he was doing, and like was super excited to do that.
I think still about 30 minutes to an hour out, that was when I cried one more time and was like, you made it, you did it. You could have dropped out at any point, and then coming over that final climb was the biggest relief ever. Like, yeah, it was a rough last hour. Coming to the finish was amazing. Like, honestly, putting all the results and the power, all that aside, I think finishing, you're not even fighting for top anything, but just go. And I did, and I gave everything I had, emptied out the tank.
Had nothing left. Wish I could have gave more. Everything. I took everything out of me. Everything I had.
Unbound is chaotic, demanding. Why? Like, why do it? But then at the same time, you want to go do it again.
I think the main thing that I took away is a reoccurring theme that I usually take away from racing and just biking in general, is that it can't be perfect. If it was perfect, it wouldn't be what it is, and it wouldn't mean as much as it does. At the end of the day, I knew that I did everything that I could, and it being imperfect is why I like it so much and why I feel like I learned so much as a person.
I think there was expectation on myself, and when this project started, I know this is the first race, but I just kind of assumed I would do better. I expected more out of myself, result-wise. Success for me leading into Crusher and Big Sugar would be to do better, and to me that just means placement-wise at this point, honestly. I think my effort, I'm always going to give everything I have. So I don't expect that to change at all.
At this point, Unbound's in the past. We have a short 5-week turnaround to Touch on the Crusher in Utah. It's a little humorous that they both said Unbound was the hardest race they've ever done. It's going to be a hard 5 weeks of training because I think they're both leaving Unbound knowing what they lack and wanting to do more come July.
Coming up, Neruda and Julia head to Beaver, Utah to take on the Col de Crush in what might be the hardest 69 miles of racing in the US, Touch on the Crusher.